When you look at the passing game, what can you do to get Robert Woods going, or is it something he needs to do?
Well, I think it's first off, we got to credit defenses. They get paid to coach. And people are coming up. We are seeing different defenses in the first quarter of our game than's on tape. We'll watch what they've done all year, what they've done all last year, and they don't play this defense, and all of a sudden we see it. People are putting in different defenses because of number 9 and number 2. Well, the problem is that tends to limit their numbers and their touches, and they get taken out of the game at times, but it also opens up other things like the running game.
You did have a couple shots at vertical passes, a couple drops from unlikely sources in Robert and Marquise, but does that hearten you a little bit that there are chances to take shots and open up the game a little bit?
Yeah, I think if you're going to play in the style that we played Saturday, which is run the ball, play action, shorter completions, when you have those few shots that you take risk, the last thing we want to do is get in a sack game again where Matt's getting hit a bunch. He basically didn't get hit all day. But we got to make those shots. And obviously Robert dropped his. I don't know that, I thought Marquise's was a drop at the time, but when you really look at it, it's an awkward angle that he comes out at and kind of made it real difficult to catch that ball. And so it was a really good throw by Matt. Marquise's angle was off a little bit.
The other side of the line of scrimmage, a 9-sack performance, 3.5 by Morgan Breslin. Has he gone from surprise to now a stalwart and somebody people need to game plan against?
Yeah, look no further than the first play of the game, tackle for loss in the run game, last play of the game, sacked by him. So it's just, it's been a great surprise, really, for a guy to come into the program in his first year and make this many dominant plays.
Coach O talked about really Wes Horton coming back fully, sort of how you're talking about Khalid. He said it is night and day. Is that what you see from having Wes Horton back in that unit?
We do, and Wes isn't all the way back. This bye, I think, is going to really help him. We're going to shut him down here for a little bit and really get him right for next week. So hopefully he comes back because he's not 100. He's not playing like Wes can play when he's 100% yet.
2 interceptions by safeties, TJ and Jawanza. Is that another residual effect of the pass rush? Are you moving those guys closer to the line of scrimmage to make more plays?
Well, I think that they're making big plays, in critical situations, right off the bat with Jawanza, but then with TJ, huge momentum play. They were getting down there, they were getting in tight and moving the ball on us. And so that's what you expect from your senior leaders like that. And they played really well and tackled really well, too.
You talked about how Andre Haidari makes your job as a play caller a little bit easier. But he's also a big-time offensive weapon. Talk about how useful he is in putting points on the board, which wasn't necessarily there at Stanford, but big field goals against Cal.
Yeah, credit to Andre, how competitive he is to come back that fast and kick. And it really, the feeling of having Andre and Khalid from the head coach perspective as a play caller, it was like night and day. It was like 2 different teams, that you're playing with having your All-American kicker and your All-American center. They're, those 2 guys outside of the quarterback, they change everything when they're not there.
What is your goal for the bye week?
To get healthy with our guys that aren't fully healthy, and then to improve our depth play. Find 1 or 2 more guys somewhere that can buy 10, 15 reps, as we go through this season.
Are there some young guys that you want to take a look at in those spots?
Well, we're just going to rotate through and see what guys, see what guys have done, to get to this point. But now we can slow down and do some more individual teaching with them.
One guy I guess you won't get to see is Scott Starr. You announced that he's out for the season. What did you see from him, though? He did come early in the spring and looked like he's off to a promising start.
Yeah, really a bright future. Was playing well for us on special teams and picking up the very complicated defense for a middle linebacker to do as a true freshman. So it'll be great. Hopefully we'll get his year back. We'll have him for 4 years.
You talked about the guys after the game being a little bit tired, maybe. Do you rest some of the veterans in a week like this?
Well, everybody's going to get some rest. It's not going to be as grueling a week, but I think a lot of that's mental too. They need some time to relax a little bit. All the pressure of the season and the hype around it and everything. And then going to the East Coast, coming back, going to another road game up in Stanford, and all that went with that, and how grueling of a loss that was mentally and physically, and to come back and rebound. So this is coming at a very good time for us.
It's not a full bye week. How much of it do you think of as a bye week, and how much of it is starting to prepare for Utah?
You're right. It's kind of like you get 1.5. So you get a little bit extra time, and then we'll get back 1 day early for our normal Tuesday practice.
Finally, what does a head coach do on a college football Saturday when you don't have a game?
Watch Utah.
All right. Have fun watching the games this week, and we'll see you at practice. Thanks,
All right.
Coach.
Thanks.